My name is Jonathan. I'm here to tell you about the School to Prison Pipeline and its 5 elements. So, what the School to Prison Pipeline is a sequence of events that occur that lead you to prison, and very few people get out of it. And the 5 elements that we'll show during this film is high stakes testing, zero tolerance, over policing, and what else? School funding, and lack of student engagement. Thank you.
How do you define zero tolerance?
And that's one of the problems when you hear that term, zero tolerance, is that everybody defines it differently. One of the tensions or issues with zero tolerance is that a teacher might define it one way and a school defines it differently. And so when a district, a school, or a teacher adopts zero tolerance, no one's really quite sure what it means. Now, when I start talking about zero tolerance, what I mean by that is you define a specific behavior, and if that behavior occurs, there'll be an immediate consequence for it.
So, do you think the zero tolerance policies are fair, and how do they affect the school and students?
It's a couple things. I think we started this place, and when we think about this school, is that every student is an individual with their own story and their own situation. And so when you're trying to create a culture or you're trying to do any discipline work, you're always thinking about who that student is, why they are the way they are. And so it's very difficult to have a blanket policy because every kid is different.
Do you ever teach a school with zero tolerance as policy?
I taught at a school where I think they claimed to be zero tolerance. They said that they were zero tolerance. They said that they had policies in place where they would not tolerate certain sorts of behavior. But again, it goes to the first point I was making, is that saying it, believing it, and then actually making it happen is quite complicated.
What is high stakes testing?
High stakes testing is a big test dividing people up into 4 groups. That is low basic, advanced, and proficient. That's what high stakes testing is.
Did you experience high stake testing?
Yes, when I was in middle school, it was a big test called the PSSA, and it was a big test, and I was always in basic for some reason. I didn't like it, and the school didn't push us out, but always forced us to do better, and I didn't really like that at all.
Okay, so what do you think about high stakes testing?
I think it's ridiculous, stupid. I mean, we're all different. Our just test us in our own natural way. So,
How does high stakes testing affect schools?
I think it affects schools by the students. It affects schools by the students, then to the teachers, and then it goes to the principal, where it ends up not giving them, or like, it doesn't. How should I say this? It doesn't give them like that.
Do you think that it should be a change in high stakes testing? And if so, what changes should be made?
I think they should take the high stakes out of it and just give us a test. You know, I don't like testing in whole. They should just give us a test and then give us our results on what we need to improve.
What engages a student?
Okay, in my experience, what engages a student in the schoolwork is how much they can connect to the material. The more a student can find meaning that the work that they're doing connects to them personally, the more engaged they will be.
What strategy do you use that keeps students engaged?
So a lot of times in the classroom, the teacher presents the work like, you need to do this work for me. and that's when the student can become disengaged. What I try to do is remind the student that this work is really for you and to benefit you.
What kind of school is the workshop school?
The workshop school is a non-traditional, this is the fancy answer, this is a non-traditional project-based learning school. And what that means is we don't have students memorize information and regurgitate and spit back out whatever the teacher has put into their head. This is good.
My last question is, how do you think we do with keeping students engaged?
The workshop school does a great job. Okay. We do a great job of keeping students engaged because there are a lot of cool projects that I would think a lot of young people would be interested in, like
School to prison pipeline is a juvenile lifetime. We talking about the pipeline for youngins from a lifetime. Young boys getting locked up in that jail for the wrong crime. Where they get locked up in that system for a long time. Smoke dope, sell dope, huffing on that coat just to get by. Youngins chose the street life just to make time. Checking on me, searching on me, grabbing on me. Zero talent just finally cause it happens to me. Man, these days kids don't stand a chance. They get locked up for petty stuff like damn. But sometimes these kids they be innocent. So we gon' give a damn knowing they be innocent. Innocents grow up to be hard criminals. Juvenile can stay king, shoot your stuff like a missile. They think you gonna grow up and end up in prison, man. But they wanna feel a nice young black ambition, man.